A person who is being mistreated, that's all, by another person within that context. If you're talking about people interaction, there's all kinds of victims. You can be victims of a victim of an accident, a victim of some type of housing scam or something like that. That's caused by people too. But you do have victims of racism if you have racism. That's logical. If there is such a thing as racism being practiced anywhere on a planet, you could not have racism in existence anywhere on the planet unless you had a victim of racism. You could not have a crime committed by one person against another unless that crime had a victim. Otherwise, you couldn't charge anyone with a crime. You couldn't put anybody into a police car.
The legal system would shut down, basically.
Yes, you would have no judges, no lawyers and whatnot if you didn't have victims.
No police, etc. Yeah.
Yes, you wouldn't need that. I mean, what do you need a bunch of lawyers that's standing around waiting on clients for?
Or a military.
If these clients are not victims or something.
Or military, or anything else.
Or military, right.
Supposed to be law enforcement.
Yes, law enforcement. I mean, in other words, you're filing a complaint. You say someone injured you financially or physically or whatever. Well, you're declaring yourself as being a victim.
Absolutely.
Now, that's the logic. Now, if that's not true, then you can charge me with saying something that is not true. I mean, defending against what? So the code, the way everything is approached in the compensatory system is when a person uses a word, like the word defendant, and it isn't in my word guide, by the way, because I didn't put all words in the word guide.
Sure. It had been 12 million words. Yeah.
But if we do have that word on the table, then the procedure always is when a person uses a word, the person using the word should define the word. The person using the word, that's according to what? Compensatory logic, or universal logic, you might say. If a person is using a word, the person who is using the word should be able to explain what the word means so that you can have what? Communication. In order to have what? Out of communication, understanding of what is being said. A word is nothing but a tool. A tool for doing what? Communicating. Communicating what you're trying to say so that people can understand what is being said and for what reason. Now, so a person who uses the word defendant should explain what they mean, not what the other person means, what the person down the track means, what the person on the other side of the world means. What the person who is using the word should explain. Well, I mean it. When I say defendant, I mean this, and then explain it. And then that way they're communicating. Otherwise, you're not communicating. You're just throwing words out here, just sounds that don't mean anything to a person who's listening if they have no idea of what you're saying. Whole purpose for saying something is to communicate an idea, a concept, get results from what is being said. It's called understanding. I think there's a biblical expression out of all thy getting, get understanding.